Hi now besties, welcome back to another video. If you don't know who I am, hi, hello, my name is Janessa and I like to do nails and nail related content here on my YouTube channel. I try to bring you guys at least 1, 2, sometimes even 3 videos every single week. So if that sounds like something of interest to you, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Consider becoming part of the little family we have going on here. So for today's nails, I'm kind of nervous, kind of excited because I'm going to be doing something that I've never done before. I have the opportunity of being able to try the brand Azure Beauty. They sent me over this dip powder kit. So I've never tried dip powder before. I have actually another Azure kit that I haven't got around to yet. I don't know how I feel about dip powder. So I'm like, should we try this as dip powder? Should we try it as acrylic? Should we try it as polygel? Maybe all 3. I'm not really sure. So if you would like to see what I end up doing, try this dip powder kit, get my reviews on it, then please keep watching. Bye. Hey everybody, it's me. I am back with another tutorial. I know I've been gone for a little while, but we'll talk about that later in the video. So today I'm going to be unboxing this dip powder kit I got from Azure. This is the instruction manual that came with the dip powder kit. Very informative. As you guys know, dip powder has like a ton of steps. It came with this little file, this little makeup dust brush that you use to dust the dip powder off your nails, and then all of the steps, the first step, the second step, the third, and then the fourth. Yeah, and then it comes with some extra little, you know, what are these called? Anyway, so here are the containers. These are super small. I was not expecting this color palette. It feels more fall vibes, more winter vibes. So I'm not going to be using this today, and I actually have another Azure dip powder kit that I literally got like before I even started my channel, and I just haven't even used it yet. So I'm like, these colors are way cuter. If I'm going to do dip powder by Azure, I'm just going to do this one instead. Try it out. So here are all the colors, and these ones are 1 ounce powders, which I really like because you know, I have longer fingers and I usually like longer nails, so if I'm going to be putting my finger in it, I want it to be able to actually fit inside of the jar, you know. So if you buy dip powders, check to make sure they're 1 ounces. Unless you do like the pour over version, then I guess it doesn't matter. But this kit came with 4 different colors, and the color palette is very cute, very girly. That is the brush it came with. Here is the file, and then all of the dips, the different parts. So I'm going to do my nail prep first, and the first thing I do is start by filing down my nails. Then gently push back all of your cuticles. Mine don't need it too much, so I'm just using my cuticle pusher. Otherwise, I probably would have removed it with my file. Then you want to buff off the shine off all of your nails. And then I just brush that off. Next, I'm going to be taking my nail prep and doing a nice even layer on all of my nails. This is the dehydrator, so it removes all of the oils. If you have problems with your nails popping off, it could be because you're not removing the oils off of your nails. And then next, I'm going to go in with the acid-free pH bond, and this is like the Young Nails primer, the protein bond, basically. So yep, and then this part is optional, so I'm doing a thin coat of base coat. Usually you would just go in and apply your nail tips, but this is how I like to do it because it just, you know, it remains the integrity of my nails a lot better. And then I'm also going to be using the UNT peel off base coat. If you like to do multiple nail sets and have them switch interactively and hate filing down and, you know, removing the nails, then make sure you grab this UNT peel off base coat. It literally makes your life so much easier. You can just pop the nails off when you're done. For my nail tips, I'm using the Stiletto Tips by Blissful Cream Nails. I just became a brand ambassador for her, so you guys can use my code SBJ10 to save 10% off on all your orders. And don't worry, I'll be showing some swatches and a little review of all the stuff I got from her. You guys are gonna love her products if you like acrylics and nail art products and all that good stuff. So I just cut them down super short because the last short set I did, you guys said those weren't short enough. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna go even shorter this time. I wanted to make these ones a little bit more coffin shaped than square. When I have really short ones, I just feel like the little coffin makes them look a little bit nicer. I don't know. So I'm taking my straight edge nail clippers. If you ever want to use nail clippers to like do this, make sure they're straight edge because most nail clippers have a curve to them, which, you know, they're made for our natural nail beds, how they curve, but these ones are straight so that you can get a nice crisp cut, if you will. So yeah, it will take your filing down if you just do this part right here and there. So yes, here is what they look like. And then I'm not going to be doing this because I have base coat and peel off base coat, but usually you want to take your file and just go and even out the nails with your nail bed. So I'm going to do, well, I attempt to do, okay, well, first of all, when you do dip powder, as you guys can see, you literally need so many steps, like 4-5 steps to do a set of nails. And well, the 5th step's the brush cleaner, but it's just a lot. So I saw this method you could do called the gel method, and you're supposed to be able to just use base coat and dip powder. And I gave it a try. You guys are gonna see what happens. But what you do is you put a thing of base coat down, and then you sprinkle your dip powder or acrylic, whatever, same thing, on top of your nail. And then you're just then you're supposed to cure it and swipe it off with your brush and keep the process going. It just was not working out for me. Like the video I watched, it looks so easy, but then trying it in real life, I don't know if it's because I had the UNT peel off underneath, but so you cure it, then you wipe it off, and it did kind of work, like a little bit, but then you guys are gonna see when I go in with the actual color, it doesn't work. So when you do dip powder, they say, even acrylic, they say you should always put a clear layer down first in case the color you use will stain your nail beds. I guess that like happens with acrylic and dip powders. So that's why I'm just doing the clear. And then after I do the clear, I then go in with a regular color, and then that's when you guys are gonna see it just got so weird. And I think it's because a couple things. One, I think it's because I had the UNT peel off base coat, because that clear looks nice. Like that looked nice. But now you guys are gonna see what happens. So I think it's because I had that UNT peel off base coat and I wasn't able to file the nail tip down with my natural nail to like blend it in, you know? So there was a very clear ridge, and when I put the powder on right here and I go to cure it, the gap, the ridge is just like so noticeable. I didn't see how it was gonna be possible for me to just even that out with a couple layers of dip powder. Like, I don't know. I get the concept. And I'm gonna try it again. But honestly, I gave up. I tried it a couple times and I gave up. So I did something else, but cool concept. I think I need more. I don't know. I gotta try it again. I need to get my better lamp out. The lamp I was using might have not cured it good enough, and so.
Little longer than a few minutes later.
After trying out the dip and gel method, I had to give up. I filed those 2 nails down and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to try to make my own polygel with the Savvyland clear aqua gel and putting this dip powder in it, and I'm just gonna mix it around and see what happens. And it actually worked out really, really good. So you might have to play around a little bit with like the dip to polygel ratio, but you guys, if you have any acrylics, dip powders, whatever, take some clear polygel and mix it together, and you have a whole new shelf of colors. I'm so excited to do this with my candy acrylics. I am going to go crazy and make a ton of different polygels. And yeah, it's super cool, and this actually worked really good. And like, you might think it was a little bit like sandy because of the powder and stuff, but it wasn't. Like, as long as I just stirred it for a good 3 minutes and it completely blended flawlessly. And also it was self-leveling. And you know how like acrylics, most acrylics are self-leveling? Well, I think because, I don't know, I might just be being like, I might just be sounding crazy, but I think because it was mixed with the dip powder slash acrylic that it self-leveled, it would mix with the polygel. Like, does that make sense? I don't know. If you've ever worked with the Saviland Acrygel, you'll know that that's more of like a more runnier consistency. It reminds me a lot of the IBD hard gel. So maybe that was it. Maybe it was just because the Saviland Acrygel is just very runny. It's a hybrid. It's called the Acrygel, so it's a mix between acrylic and polygel. But I definitely recommend that Saviland Acrygel, the clear. I use it all the time. I use it to cap my nails because if you know, you guys know, if you ever do polygel or whatever and it's time to cap your nails because you don't want to file your color, you don't want to file your color off, but then doing clear polygel just like makes your nails so thick you have to file for an hour or two. But the Saviland Acrygel is seriously like so thin, and it's just the perfect viscosity to put on your nail so that it's not thick, but it still gives you that protection so that you can file, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to definitely try out the gel and dip powder method again. I know definitely it was my fault it wasn't working. I just need to try it again. Yeah, the lamp I had out was only like, well, you guys saw it was that little table, like the little travel lamp, and it just was like so low wattage. And anyway, so I know I told you guys I've been gone for like 2 weeks. It feels like 2 months, but I just, you know, my family and I went to Utah and I came back and I just haven't been feeling like very creative and inspired lately to make videos, and I feel like I just needed to give myself a little break from YouTube and social media and kind of just recharge and find my creative and inspiration again. You guys know, as humans, we always try to, you know, we just overdo it sometimes, and we always expect ourselves to be 100% every day, and we're always expected to get up and go to work and perform our best and be creative and create and always think of the best new trend and always be able to do the cutest nails and the cutest design and be the best artist. And it's just like not possible to do that 24/7, 365 every day, you know what I mean? And so for me, I was on a high, like with YouTube. I got like 8 videos, 7, 8, 9 videos out in like less than 2 weeks, and I was on a roll. I was like, this is gonna be me for the entire year. Like, I'm so I got this. And then once I got every single one of those videos out, I was just drained. I was like, I just put my all into those videos. It's impossible for me to create this next week or two. Like, I literally just had to, I didn't have anything in me anymore. I literally used every ounce of creativity that I had in me, you know? And for a second I felt very sad and depressed, and I was like feeling very bad about myself and just like, you know, but I literally would come in my nail room and sit down and then just walk out in a minute later. Like, I just had no drive or inspo to do nails, and I realized that that's part of the seasons and that's part of life, and I'm better now. And sometimes we have to just, you know, take those times for ourselves to recharge. And if you're ever feeling like that, it's completely normal. And I was watching this girl that I really love, and she always explains us as like flowers, as into plants. Like, humans are only 1 chromosome away from plants, and she's like, a flower would never force itself to bloom during the winter. And, you know, during the winter, it's making itself ready for spring so that it can have all the energy and be beautiful all spring long. So that's how we need to be too. We need to remind ourselves that it's okay to not be creative and not feel like we want to do anything, but to not be down on ourselves and to just be outside with nature and find things that can re-inspire you and to make you happy again, you know? So that's where I was, that's where I've been. I'm completely fine. I just needed a little break to recharge and get my spiritual and mental, physical, everything just back so I can be the Slay by J you guys all know and love. So yeah, I really encourage any of you guys that have not taken a break for yourselves to just do it, and you will find so much happiness and you will be inspired again. So that's my little spiel for you guys. But I just got these nails filed. I'm loving them. They're so cute. I love the shape so much, and short nails are it. You know, I feel like I love short nails, long nails, medium nails. I love it all. So if you guys ever like anything that I do or someone else does, just do it on yourself, but just make it short or long or whatever length that you like, you know? Anyway, I'm going to show you guys my thumb messed up. I filed too much and I filed like a chunk off, so just be careful when you guys are doing your nails when you file. And then I take these little butterflies I got from Sexy Cosmetics and I'm putting them down on top of my base coat. Once I have them how I like, I'm taking my Blissful Cream non-wipe top coat, applying that. I'm gonna cure it, and then those butterfly stickers will be sealed. And yeah, then I'm gonna do some cuticle oil and I'm gonna be all done, you guys. That was it for me. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you learned something. I will not be gone for another 2 weeks. I'm going to be having lots of videos out this week, next week, and you guys are going to be seeing me all of April. So let's do some fun spring nails, get into the spring vibe. I'm so happy the sun is out. It's so beautiful where I live. And yeah, these nails turned out super cute. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And now I'm going to give my channel members a little shout out because, you know, I wouldn't be doing these videos without my channel members. So shout out to you guys: Curvy Girl Nails, Faye Peters, Danielle Monnet, Bucket List, Bateman, Michelle Mish, Jennifer Landris, Kimberly Cannon, Maria's Nail Journey, Kylie McGee, Crystal Colton and Ricky's Family Goods, Nicole Boyer, Kaylin Nails, China Fierce B, Michelle Foy, Penny Vestina, Nailed by Sabri Griffin, and Katie Lunn. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for everything. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Bye!